Hi, I'm Paul Psolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 6, Section 1, Number 5, which reads, in the context of the conversation between Nawab and Haruni, Nawab's comment in line 43 to 52 serves mainly to, and we see 43 to 52 is this paragraph. Now notice it's a function question. What does it serve to do? So many times for a function question you get the answer based on just the lines themselves. But since it is a function question, make sure you take into consideration context before and after. And notice I've got an awful lot of text here to make sure that we understand the context. For this question, there's a very attractive wrong answer, which we'll get to. So really the conversation starts in line 38 with, finally, one evening at tea time, gauging the psychological moment, Nawab asked if he might say a word. The landowner, who was cheerfully filing away at his nails in front of a crackling rosewood fire, told him to go ahead. Here's Nawab. Sir, as you know, your lands stretch from here to the Indus, and on these lands are fully 17 tube wells. And to tend these 17 tube wells there is but one man, me, your servant. In your service I have earned these gray hairs. Here he bowed his head to show the gray. And now I cannot fulfill my duties as I should. Enough, sir, enough, I beg you, forgive me my weakness. Better a darkened house and proud hunger than disgrace in the light of day. Release me, I ask you. I beg you. And if you only read up to that point, what you're thinking is, answer choice D, notify Haruni that Nawab intends to quit his job tending the tube wells. So, it's what it sounds like. Release me, I ask you, I beg of you. But it's less of a notification than a request, release me. So that's one thing. And that he intends to quit, it sounds like if anything he'd be quitting on the spot. If we read more, it will become more clear. After that paragraph, we start with, the old man, well accustomed to these sorts of speeches, though not usually this florid, which means flowery, just like Florida is the land of flowers, and a florist is where you get flowers, filed away at his nails and waited for the breeze to stop. So it seems like he's not really so concerned. He's well accustomed to these sort of speeches. In other words, he's used to these sort of speeches. So either people are quitting on him all the time, or he's used to this sort of thing for a different reason, and it's not really Nawab looking to quit. And notice he doesn't look flustered. He's not like, hey, you've worked for me your whole life. You can't stop working for me. You're my man. No, he's just like chilling. He's still filing his nails, waiting for the breeze to stop. And then he says, in line 56, what's the matter, Nawabdeen? So it's as if, yeah, he doesn't really want to leave. It's something else he's looking for. Nawab responds with, matter, sir? Oh, what could be the matter in your service? And I realize this is going to be off screen, but I've eaten your salt for many years, which means like salt was once used as payment, and there's kind of a story behind that, but salt means he's benefit from his pay all his years. But sir, on the bicycle now with my old legs and with the many injuries I've received from when heavy machinery, and then we're down here, fell on me, I can not any longer bicycle about like a bridegroom from farm to farm as I could when I first had the good fortune to enter your employment. I beg you, sir, let me go. And he's talking about heavy machinery falling on him. So in other words, he's telling him, hey, Haruni, I've did my time for you. I've suffered for you. I've worked for you a long time. I've been loyal, blah, blah, blah. Line 65. And again, the last thing that Nawab ends with is, I beg you, sir, let me go. Again, it sounds like, is he trying to quit? And Haruni kind of ignores the question, and he's like, and what's the solution? Like, this is not really what you want. As Haruni, seeing that they had come to the crux, they've come to the climax, they've come to the point of this conversation. He, meaning Haruni, didn't particularly care one way or the other, except it touched on his comfort, a matter of great interest to him. So, in other words, Haruni would not want to be bothered training up some other young man, or anyway, it sounds like he's comfortable with just Nawab working for him. So then we get in line 69, well, sir, if I, meaning Nawab, had a motorcycle, then I could somehow limp along, at least until I could train up some younger man. So the point of it is like, hey, really what I want is a motorcycle. Get me a motorcycle. I'll be good. So it's not taken in context of that whole thing. It's not that Nawab intends to quit his job tending tube wells. Answer choice A, flatter Harouni by mentioning how vast his lands are. He does say, now an answer choice could be true but wrong. Maybe there is a little flattery there. Your lands stretch from here to the Indus in line 43 to 44. But that's not really what it serves to do. What's the point of it? That's what he says, but what's the point of what he says? Answer choice B, boast to Harouni about how competent and reliable Nawab is. So, yeah, maybe competent and reliable, boast. The point of it, ultimately he wants a motorcycle. And Nawab is emphasize Nawab's diligence and loyalty to Harouni. If he could emphasize that, then he feels like he's be in a position to ask for and receive that motorcycle, which he does in subsequent paragraphs. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with this type of a question, a purpose question, a function question, when something mainly serves to. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.